So my name is Michael Osei Edu. I'm in the third year of my PhD with University of Nottingham and the James Hutton Institute in Dundee. I'm working at developing systems of studying root architecture for selecting phosphorus-efficient genotypes of Brassica rapa. The idea of my project, or the motivation of my project, is to develop plants that could use limited phosphorus but with increased yield. And to do that, we need to understand the interface between the plant and the soil, which is in contact with the soil, and that is the root system. And to understand the root system, you need to be able to study it. So my project basically is to develop systems that are not too expensive, that do not involve complicated installation systems, but it could done easily anywhere in the world, regardless of how my resources are available to you, to study root architecture, and through that to select for genotypes that are able to acquire phosphorus from the soil efficiently. What I enjoy most is when I perform an experiment and it works according to plan, or I find something interesting that I don't think has been found already. And that is the happiest day of my life if I do find out something has really worked as I expected it to work, or not only that, but I found something that is not necessarily known, but actually is a valid finding. So I do enjoy that, and I enjoy doing something that is hands-on. I am working with my hands. I am seeing what I'm doing it myself, and that is the most enjoyable thing about what I do. You work with your hands, so anything that comes out, you see that you did it, and it's rewarding to me. Yeah. The government in my country or the agricultural ministry knows the problem that we have, but the solution that they have adopted is what I see as being wrong, because the government comes into office for 4 years. So when it comes and you suggest that invest into developing efficient genotypes, he knows that's going to take 30 years. They wouldn't see the benefit of that, so he might be voted out of office. I'm talking in terms of Africa. So what he would do is to give farmers subsidy, reduce fertilizers prices, and then they would put fertilizer onto the soil. So yearly they keep, and that I find is the wrong route to take. So at the moment, generally, I think everywhere we are taking the shortcut, and that is what I find being wrong. We need to invest in sustainable, long-term remedial practices. But even in this part of the world, it is still the shortcut. Apply fertilizer, get your yield, and move on. But ultimately, we have eutrophication, we have built-up of residues in the soil, and we have finite products getting lost. So what I find wrong is looking at taking the shortcut to remedy the situation that we have. We need to invest at the long-term sustainable remedy practices. My goals or dreams for the future is that we'll be able to develop crop plants that use resources efficiently, that even with limited application of inorganic fertilizers, we'll be able to have increased yield to feed the world population, which is rapidly increasing. Because back in the 60s, there was the Green Revolution that had improved yield dramatically. We are not expecting to have that amount of yield increase this time to cope with the increasing population. Our ability to feed the world from now on will be to improve productivity on infertile soils, which is the majority of the soils in the world. So if we can improve productivity on infertile soils by developing efficient genotypes or efficient crop ideotypes, that would be a rewarding goal to pursue.